TSM used to be one of the biggest esports organizations of all time. They won countless World Cup tournaments and even had some of the biggest gamers and content creators all signed to the team. Additionally, having built up an audience of over 2.2 million subscribers on YouTube. But after all of the fame and success, what led TSM into abandoning the team and what happened to the TSM Fortnite roster? To understand what really happened to the professional esports organization TSM, we need to jump back to the year 2010. It will be the 4th of January 2010, and on this day, the TSM YouTube channel would be born. And shortly after creating their YouTube channel, just like many other esports teams at the time, TSM are going to post a series of League of Legends videos to their channel. And with League of Legends being a super popular game in the 2010 gaming era, these videos would go on to garner up a little bit of views. But just after uploading their first 4 videos, on their 5th video, it will be a video titled TSM House Tour Part 1, where the TSM roster at the time were going to move in with each other after only being a team for roughly a month. Now, this house they were claiming to have moved in together was most likely just one of the members' houses that they owned and would simply all move into it and call it the TSM team house. And after TSM had posted their 2-part house tour series around November 2010, on the 9th of February 2012, TSM were going to surprisingly upload a short 1.5-minute video to their channel, literally just of one of their team members being dumb and funny. And this video would end up gathering up a whopping 1 million views. But after posting this video, with the next 10 plus uploads, every single video that TSM uploaded will be roughly 1 month apart. And now that you have heard the beginning of the TSM team, I'm going to skip to the year 2017. But before I skip to the year 2017, I'm going to give you guys a quick little recap on what they got up to in the meantime. So throughout the years 2011 to September 2017, the TSM team didn't really get up to much, with them only gaining around 500,000 subscribers in the span of 6 years. And throughout these 6 years, TSM would end up hosting anything from introduction videos of the new members that were constantly joining, League of Legends videos, and even some occasional bootcamp videos from their roster at the time. Also, during this time span, TSM were going to create a Twitter account and a Twitch account that gained little amounts of popularity. But after the year 2017 finally rolled around, this was when Team TSM would really take a massive turn. It would be September 2017, and with that being said, a massive game called Fortnite Battle Royale will be released, and Fortnite will take the esports and entire gaming scene by storm because of it being a free-to-play, high-quality Battle Royale game with endless content opportunities. And with this being said, alongside pretty much every other esports team in the space, TSM are going to hop on the trend of Fortnite, with their first ever video related to Fortnite being posted on the 20th of February 2018, where it would be a video titled Introducing TSM Fortnite, where they were going to introduce that they were officially switching to Fortnite full time. And shortly after the release of this video, it was going to gather millions of views, with it standing at a whopping view count of almost 3 million views today in 2024. And with this video doing so well and fans loving the new Fortnite content switchover, and additionally in this introduction video to Fortnite, TSM would introduce their first ever professional Fortnite recruit to the team. And this player will be none other than Myth. Around the years 2018 to 2019, Myth and Ninja will be head-to-head in every article relating to Fortnite of who was really the better player, with millions of players speculating and claiming that Myth was in fact the best player in the world. And with this being said, Myth would skyrocket in popularity, with him gaining hundreds of thousands of new followers every single month on his social media platforms, with Myth becoming such a large Fortnite icon so fast. And with this being said, TSM would then go on to task Myth with finding 3 additional players to add to the pro Fortnite roster. And with this being said, Myth would then go on the hunt for the best 3 players he could find. And not long after, he would initially stumble across another very well-known pro player at the time called Hamlin, who was ranked number 3 in the solos playlist and even had a win rate of almost 50%, and also a KD of almost 14 eliminations. And next up, Myth would choose another player by the name of Daquan, who was an outstanding solo versus squad player, and had additionally proved himself worthy by placing first in countless scrim events at the time. And lastly on the list, Myth were going to pick another player called Camille, with Camille's at the time having held the world record for the most kills in a squad game, with his record being 50. And with these 4 players now representing the TSM professional Fortnite roster full time, some comments on the introductory post such as, "Can't wait to see TSM Fortnite compete. Myth is an absolute god, high hopes for this team, and these guys are gonna crush it." Ultimately displayed the high hopes and expectations set for Fortnite's debatable best team ever. However, to say that these expectations weren't lived up to will be a massive understatement, as throughout throughout the years 2019 to 2021, TSM's competitive Fortnite team were going to place high up on the leaderboards in the majority of tournaments, with TSM and all the other players gaining millions of followers on all social media platforms. However, all was good with TSM up until the year 2021. TSM seemed so good and professional on the outside, but on the inside it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. As behind the scenes and behind all the success and fame TSM was receiving, the professional Fortnite competitive roster turned out to be a catastrophic failure on so many different levels, with some members of the team being kicked to a lack of performance. The team was being trolled and inflamed almost every single day on Twitter and Reddit, with there also being multiple different occasions where over half of the roster didn't even bother to show up to important tournaments, as they were just simply too lazy to do so, with some players suffering from some issues alongside being a part of TSM, such as Daquan, who suffered from severe mental illness and just simply couldn't handle the pressure of being in TSM. And with Myth, it's a little bit different, with him overall falling out of the spotlight, having one of the biggest downfalls out of any content creator in gaming history. And with all this being said, in February 2021, TSM were going to drop the entire Fortnite roster and leave the competitive Fortnite scene entirely, with TSM's main source of viewership coming from Fortnite. And after this massive announcement would go public, TSM would see an instant massive decline in viewership. And with this being said, what could have possibly gone wrong to lead TSM to where they are today, from being one of the biggest esports organizations in the world alongside FaZe Clan, to now having to drop the whole Fortnite roster and leave the competitive scene entirely? What actually happened to TSM? And the first player up is Myth, despite once being arguably the best Fortnite player of all time for multiple years in a row. Once Myth actually got signed to TSM, he'll perform fairly decent for the first couple of years up until the year 2020, where in the year 2020, Myth would start to lose his passion for the game, not feeling motivated and dedicated enough to put the required hours in to remain a great Fortnite player. And with that being said, Myth will begin slacking off, and this could be seen on his Twitch and YouTube at the time, as he was also a lot less consistent on all of his social media platforms. And with the 2020 competitive Fortnite scene taking off, and there being tens of thousands of newly professional Fortnite players emerging every single day that were much better than Myth wouldn't even try to compete with them and would just slowly stop grinding and would slowly fade into his massively predicted downfall. Next up on the competitive team, we have Daquan. Daquan was easily the funniest member of the team, with him having the greatest personality, never failing to make anybody laugh. And with this being said, Daquan was also a great Fortnite player in the early days, with him constantly placing high up on the leaderboards in the Scrim events and Fortnite Friday events. And with Daquan joining TSM, he began performing even better with his newly found squad that he was paired with. And over the years, he would compete at a very high level, but over time just slowly lost his passion for the game and got some serious mental health illnesses that ultimately disallowed him from even having any motivation to get out of the bed in the morning. And with Daquan pretty much entirely abandoning his audience for more than 3 years now, it's a really sad story to see Daquan have such a big downfall in the scene, as he was once at the top level competitively, making everybody laugh and easily being one of the funniest and most enjoyable content creators of all time. And third up on the list, we have Hamlins. And with Hamlins, it's a very similar story to Daquan, with him also suffering severely from an internal mental health battle. And this will be confirmed by him on multiple occasions, with him tweeting out the following: "The truth is, I'm feeling depressed again, and I was embarrassed to say anything to you guys/girls. My bad, I should have let y'all know that I needed a bit of a break. People are definitely reaching, calling me a scammer, etc. I'm gonna make an alt account to stream on so it's less pressure." And with that being said, over time, he would slowly stop streaming as a result of this and eventually disappear for good. And the last player of the once striving competitive Fortnite team will be none other than Camille. And with Camille's, his story didn't involve any internal struggles, but more so burnout over anything else, with him just simply slowly fading away alongside the other members of the team, with him over time just simply streaming less and posting less. And after all of the members had gone on with their lives and essentially either quit or abandoned their social media career, nothing really happened with TSM over the next few years. With it now being 2024, TSM uploads roughly one video a month, with them barely cracking 10,000 views a video, with their most recent upload being a video revealing the TSM Overwatch roster for 2024. And with this being said, TSM has officially moved away from Fortnite as a whole and is now experimenting with a whole new range of different games, such as Valorant and Overwatch. And with this being said, who knows where or what TSM gaming will be up to in a couple of years from now. Only time will tell. Thank you all for watching all the way until the end of the video. I really do appreciate any and all support, and by just simply liking, subscribing, and commenting your favorite moment from this video goes a long way and helps me out tremendously. And with that all being said, I really hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Laters.